This year we've had less snowpack than normal, but we've had a lot of water. That's what a lot of people don't realize is we've received a lot of water. It's just been rain instead of snow. So there's a lot of concern about how much water we're going to have this year, and water conservation, and how to be more conscientious of how much water we're using in our yard. So in Cache Valley, we're very fortunate to have the Cache Water District, and the Cache Water District helps us utilize and conserve and plan for the future for our water. And one of the things that they're doing this year is a grass replacement program. And so this grass replacement program is available to all Cache Valley residents. And what the idea is that we're going to put in more drought tolerant, resistant grasses that can really save a lot of water in your landscape, but still give you the advantages of turf. Now, turf has kind of gotten a bad rap, and a lot of people say grass isn't green, but I think it's one of the greenest plants out there, because not only does it produce oxygen, but it filters dust and particles out of the air. When it rains, it traps that water and it pulls it down into the soil, so it helps build our water reserves back up and rehydrates the soil up. It does a lot of really great things. It cools our environment. Grass is much, much cooler in your yard than, say, landscape bark or landscape rock or concrete or asphalt. Those are all going to generate a lot of heat, where turf is going to cool things down, and it's really great for our environment. But some varieties of turf need a lot more water than others, and we're going to try and replace some of that grass. So the Cache Water District has put a program together, and it's a grass reseeding program. So you can use it to replace existing turf or to put new turf in. And this particular variety of grass that we're promoting with the Cache Water District is called Eden. And Eden has a very drought tolerant variety of, this might sound like an oxymoron, but it is a dwarf turf type tall fescue. And so you've got a dwarf tall fescue in there. Again, sounds like an oxymoron, but this is a great grass. And this grass will stay green longer throughout the summer without stressing. And it actually develops a root system that not only is a foot deep, but it will actually grow about 3 to 4 feet deep. So this is a very drought tolerant grass. It handles full sun, it handles shady locations, it's disease and insect resistant, and it's one of the most drought tolerant grasses out there, and it will stay green even when other grasses are starting to go brown. And we found that this blend, which has this dwarf turf type tall fescue in there and a very drought tolerant bluegrass, it self-repairs as well too. So if you get some damage to your turf, it'll fill in really quickly. So this is a very aggressive grass. It'll fill in, but it also doesn't need much water. I mean, even in the summertime when it's 95 to 100 degrees outside, you could water once a week, and this grass will stay green all summer long. And in the spring and in the fall, when we're getting regular rainstorms, you won't have to water it at all. It just takes care of itself. So at my house right now, we've gone for 3 weeks without rain, and the grass is greened up. It's looking really good. And mine's not stressing at all. It looks great. It's gone 3 weeks without water. And so as soon as it rains, it's going to just green right back up and take off like crazy. So it's a very drought tolerant grass. Easy to plant. And so even here at Anderson's, we've got planting instructions. So right here, this is on our website. It walks you step by step through the whole process, and it's very, very easy to do. And if you're replacing grass and you want to completely get rid of your old grass, we can teach you how to do that as well too. It's very simple to spray and kill that grass out. We'll recommend you mow it right down to the ground, just scalp it right down to the ground as low as you possibly can. We'll have you bring a little bit of topsoil in and groom it over the top of the dead grass. It'll allow you to fix some of those low and high spots that have formed in your turf over the last decade or however long you've had your grass. But bring a little bit of topsoil in and go over that dead grass, and you can seed your new grass, this Eden blend. You can seed it right over the top of your existing dead grass, and within a week or two, you'll have all new grass coming up. Within 2 months, you will have mowed it a couple times, and by the end of the season, you won't even know that you've killed your grass. It'll be just filled right back in. So it's a really easy process to do. I did 2,000 square feet at my house a couple years ago, and it took me all of an afternoon to do by myself. And so I sprayed it, killed it, mowed it down to the ground, not all in the same day. It took about a week to kill it. And then I groomed that soil right over the top of that dead grass, and we planted, and seriously, in 2 months, it almost didn't look like we'd ever killed the grass. It was all right back again. So with the Cashwater District, you can go to their website, you can register to participate in this program, and they will give you an opportunity to buy the grass at a greatly reduced price. So it's going to save you a lot of money doing this particular grass in the short term, but in the long term, it's going to save you tons of money on how much water you use. You'll be a lot more conservant with your water. You'll be using 30 to 50% less water to keep your lawn looking just as good as it was before with a variety of grass, a drought tolerant variety of grass like Eden. Now, Eden's dark green. It's soft. It's not like a really prickly, hard, stiff grass. You can walk on it barefoot. It has a different texture than just a straight Kentucky bluegrass lawn, but it's going to be a gorgeous, resistant grass. Doesn't need much water. Very rarely will ever have any insect or disease problems, and it's a gorgeous turf to put into your park strip or put into some lower maintenance areas if you need. It's great for ball fields. It's a really versatile grass you can use in a lot of different areas, and it uses 30 to 50% less water to still look amazing. So take advantage of the opportunity with the Cashwater District, get a discounted grass seed, and let's start replacing some of our thirsty grass with a much more drought tolerant grass like Eden.